How to dry oregano at home, simple and effective method.
Let's learn how can we preserve a large amount of fresh oregano. We will need a tray and paper, so the leaves don't go through the little holes. There are a few ways you can preserve oregano. Mine are already bundled in a little bundles. So one of the ways you can hang them and dry them like that. In UK we don't have dry weather, so I decided to spread mine. So I'm removing the little buds and I'm putting them on a tray. Can you see some of the leaves are already, I don't think they're dry, but they may get a little bit moldy, so I prefer to be aired rather than squashed in a little bundle. If you live in a nice sunny and dry climate, you can hang them. So I put all of the stems We normally buy our oregano already dried in a little pot, but we were blessed with so much of this oregano, so before I took it I was like, what am I going to do with it? But then suddenly I was reminded how my granny used to dry her herbs. So she would do the same with parsley, chubrica, and any other herb she would have. So I decided, instead of them going to waste, we will dry them and we will have them for longer. And the smell is absolutely amazing. Deliciousness. Some people can put them in to dehydrate them on a very low temperature. You can put them in the oven, spread them on a tray, and again on a very low temperature they can dry. You can make fresh pesto out of the leaves. Just remove only the leaves and then add the rest of the ingredients. There is lots of ways to preserve it. We are planning, when we do this on trays, to take it to our garden. We have a greenhouse there, and we will keep you updated when it's dry. We had nearly 40 of these packets. They are 15 grams each. They're from Marks and Spencer's. Oregano, perfect with pizza and pasta. They're selected from farms. M&S, know and trust. Herbs are freshly harvested. And these ones come from Kenya. So I will remove these little black leaves here, although the dry leaves may turn the same color. At least I know that they weren't molded but just dried. I'm not sure, I may make a little bit of a pesto, but not sure at the moment. Mainly I'm going to dry it, and then we'll see even if it goes with any other dishes except pasta and pizza. And here we've got a few more trays. Hello, we're in the garden now, in our greenhouse. So here is all the oregano. We have 2, 4, 6 trays. So I'm going to put it here out of the direct sunlight, and we will check it and see how long it will take for it to dry. So we want all of the leaves to come off the stems, but we will show you the next stage when they're ready. And it smells absolutely delicious. It does say direct of sunlight in a dry dark place. It will be dark during the night, but light during the day. I'm sure my granny dried her stuff on a direct sunlight, and I'm sure it will be successful, but we'll show you later on when it's dry.
While we wait for the oregano to dry, here are some other methods you could use. 1. Air drying. 2. Oven drying. 3. Dehydrator. 4. Microwave drying. 5. Freeze drying.
It has been more than a week now. The oregano is drying. It hasn't dried yet. We have had quite a rainy period, although we're in a greenhouse. We leave some of the window open. So this is how it needs to be, nice and dry, but we are not there yet. You can see it. I just came to turn it around. I don't have space at home to dry it. Ideally they did say to dry it in a dry and dark place, but it has to dry here. Here this will start drying, but it's not as it should be. We'll let you know how this progresses. Hello again. We're just coming to check how our oregano is doing, and considering we are end of October and it's quite rainy here, that means it's quite wet and it hasn't dried as it should if it was nice and sunny and dry weather. This is how the leaves needs to look, but they're still greenish. They are getting there, but we decided to take it home and we'll see. Either I'll put it in the air fryer, I need to research, or very low temperature in the oven. And when we do that, we will record as well. But this is my way to go, and I know that if we were in Bulgaria, 2 days would have been enough for it, but we are not. We are in UK with a very humid weather, but we are thankful for this oregano, and we will get to the end result, but with little bit of help from the oven. It does smell really lovely here. I even have one of the leaves chewing on it. It's absolutely delicious. But looking forward to put it in a little jars and store it for whenever we need it. So we will see you when we are ready to load it in our ovens. So we have decided to dry our oregano in the air fryer, and we will use the dehydration settings. I have tried one batch and it worked beautifully. Actually, I was very surprised that when it finished, it takes 2 hours. The leaves were as green as this. So I will highly recommend you to use the dehydration version rather drying it in the oven. I'm pretty sure when my granny dried it, all of the leaves became black because this is how it dries, but this is, I think, the best. So I will put all of it in, and then I'll show you what I'll press. And in a moment I will show you we had 3 jars already from the first batch, and we start using it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So now I will close it. This is the dehydration. So it's 120 degrees for 2 hours. And I will see you in 2 hours. This is one of the jar I had. So this is the oregano. I crushed it with my hands. There's a few sticks which are left. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. The whole house was smelling so nicely of oregano. But look, the leaves are green and they're absolutely gorgeous. And here I made some waffles. They're keto version waffles, which sometime I will show you. But in them I put oregano. If you can see it inside, it's absolutely delicious. So this will be another tutorial. But yes, we had 3 and probably we'll have another 3 of these jars. And as long as they are kept in a nice and dry place and tighten, the oregano will last. We'll show you later. So we just finished the 2 hours and I wanted to show you how it looks like. As I said, look how the leaves are green. These were already brown when we put it in, but these are nice and green. That's why I said that it's absolutely lovely to do it under the dehydration. And now I'll show you what you need to do. So let me show you now. You just need to do this and remove the leaves. At the moment I'm throwing the stems, although they were very nice and tender. I haven't researched if we can use them, but I decided to throw them. I'm pretty sure we could do them very nice and fine and you can use them. So this is what we need to do. Remove the leaves. The first time I squashed it like that, so it happened quicker. But I'll show you. If you want them bigger leaves, you can do it like that. If you don't care, you just squash it and then remove the big sticks. But this is all of it. And if you leave, again I'm repeating, if you do leave in a place where it's humid, just go ahead and do the dehydration version. This was 2 hours long and it was done, rather waiting for 3 weeks and nothing happening. And then when I do this, I'll show you when I put them in the jars, and then enjoy. I'm planning to do the same thing with our parsley, which at the moment is quite a lot and we cannot eat it, and I don't have space in the freezer. So I'm planning to try and see if this will be the same result with the parsley, and I will show you to see how it goes. And I will keep doing this until we remove every single stick. So here is our dried oregano, and I've removed all the stalks. No, some are left, it's alright. So what I'll do, I'll show you what I did with the first batch. So here I did it very fine. I just went like this and I squashed it. I'm thinking to leave this as it is. You can see how they're whole leaves, and if I want I can easily squash it and make it smaller, but I can't do it bigger. So I decided to leave this one little bit bigger leaves, and I'll put them in these little jars. And then I will put the lid on. So I'm going to store them like that, and the whole house so deliciously smells of oregano. It's lovely. Going to get some more jars. Jump, and we need to squash it to fit everything in. This is all of our oregano produce. This at the bottom with bigger leaves, and these three at the top are very finely crushed. There are 6 and 4, 10 little jars. You can go now and do your own oregano. We'll be having it for ages now.